we love to have visitors. As with all of our meetings, we start with a prayer and a pledge. And if you would like to join us, I'm going to ask you to please stand. I'm going to turn your call to Commissioner Collins tonight.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
Sir.
Tonight I ask if you guys would bow your heads and pray with me. First, I would like to take a moment of silence for all the people over in crowd here and what they're going through. Sometimes I wonder, what would it be like for a person like myself living under those conditions? Let's bow our heads for a moment of silence for them. Thank you. Dear God, thank you for this opportunity that we have in this great United States of America. Thank you for the great state of Georgia and this opportunity for a city named Rome to be able to be free. And dear God, thank you for all the many blessings that you store upon us. Thank you for our public safety people who make it, we can be able to do the things we do and not fear harm coming to us. Thank you for all to come before this here commission, for the fairness and the work and the studies and all the staff, administrations, and of course the commissioners and their families. Now, dear God, continue to wrap your long arm protection around us and continue to bless us. It is in your name that I ask. Amen. Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all for participating, and thank you, Commissioner Collins. That, Mr. Clerk, if you would please call the roll.
Mayor Stevenson.
Here.
Commissioner Cochran.
Here.
Bojo.
Here.
Beeman.
Here.
Quick.
Here.
Askew.
Here.
Collins.
Here.
Okay, thank you. Tonight, Commissioner Dawes and Commissioner McDaniel are excused, so we're 7 and not 9 tonight. Okay, I trust that each of you have had a chance to look at the minutes, and there were no additions or corrections, and they will stand approved as common consent. And tonight we'll start with our proclamations. And our first proclamation, I'm going to call on Commissioner Beeman. This is the Distributive Education Clubs of America, the DECA month. And if you're here to receive that, we'll ask you to come on up front. Just across the front, please. Y'all come on.
So if all of y'all are gonna go on that end, then I'm gonna keep coming down. Y'all come on.
Well, Mr. Commissioner, why don't you get in the middle and let them split. Let's have some on both ends. Yeah.
Otherwise, we're gonna switch all that. We also be on the middle. Come on, come on. I heard y'all competed, so why are y'all so scary? So this is in honor of you guys. Are y'all ready? The City of Rome, Georgia Proclamation. Whereas Distributed Education Clubs of America, DECA, currently has 177,000 members, 3,200 high school chapters, 200 collegiate chapters, and 5,300 advisors worldwide, and has impacted the lives of more than 10 million students, educators, school administrators, and business professionals since it was founded in 1946. And whereas the mission of Distributive Education Clubs of America, DECA, is to prepare emerging leaders and entrepreneurs in marketing, finance, hospitality, and management in high schools and colleges around the globe. And whereas the youth of our community are our hope for tomorrow, and it's essential that we have sufficient occupational information as they plan for their college, education, and future careers. Now, therefore be it resolved that on behalf of the Rome City Commission, I, Sunday Stevenson, Mayor of the City of Rome, do hereby proclaim November 2022 as Distributive Education Clubs of America DECA Month, and encourage the citizens of Rome to support our future leaders and entrepreneurs, giving my hand and seal this 24th day of October in the year of our Lord, 2022. We salute you. Congratulations. Mayor Stevenson, do you want them to?
Yes, they can go, well, you wanna turn around and get a picture? Did you get a picture with Elena, and somebody can put their hands up? Okay. All right. Good job. If you all would like to say anything, just go to the mic and give us your name and address. Yeah, okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Venetia Jairatna and I'm a senior at Rome High School. And I'm really thankful that we have a DECA chapter at my school. We started with only 18 members just 3 years ago, and now we've scaled up to 120 members. We have multiple international qualifiers, and we have 14 officers. And I'm also really proud to say that I'm also on the state officer team, where I get to lead 12,000 other DECA members across our state. I'm really excited to see what our chapter is going to do in the future, and I know that we couldn't have done this without Ms. Fisher, our advisor, and Ms. Tucker, who is one of our CTA administrators.
Thank you. Good job, thank you. Okay, National Arts and Humanities Month. I'm gonna call on Pro Tem Cochran. And you all can make your way up to the front.
Michelle, come on. May I feel like you're an artist, but you are. We've all eaten your brownies, so we know you're an artist with that. This is an awesome group up here, by the way, and the amount of quality of life and quality of place that all of you represent up here, what you'll do for the community is just outstanding, and really appreciate it. So, whereas the nation's 120,000 nonprofit sports arts organizations, the National Endowment for the Arts, the National Endowment for the Humanities, the nation's 4,500 local art agencies, and communities across the country, and the Arts and Humanities Council of the 50 states and the 6 U.S. jurisdictions and districts have regularly issued official proclamations on an annual basis designating October as National Arts and Humanities Month. And whereas the humanities help diverse communities across the United States explore their history and culture with the support and partnership of the National Endowment for the Humanities, the 50 state and 6 jurisdictions and district humanity councils, and local educational and cultural institutions. And whereas the nation's art and cultural sector, nonprofit, commercial, education, is an $877 billion industry that supports 4.6 million jobs, representing 4.2% of the nation's economy, a larger share of the gross domestic product than powerhouse sectors such as agriculture, transportation, and utilities, and boast a $33 billion international trade surplus. And whereas the nonprofit arts industry alone generates $27.5 billion in government revenue and $166.3 billion in economic activity annually by organizations and audiences, including spending by attendees to art events, $31.47 per person. That's extremely specific. said it, per event beyond the cost of admission on items such as meals, parking, and lodging, making the arts a vital income source for local businesses. Now, therefore, be it resolved that we, the City Commission, do hereby proclaim October 2022 as National Arts and Humanities Month in Rome, Georgia, and call upon our community members to celebrate and promote the arts and culture in our nation, and to specifically encourage greater participation by said community members in taking action for the arts and humanities in their towns and cities. On behalf of the wonderful arts and humanities organizations of Rome, the Rome Area Council for the Arts, the Rome Little Theater, the Rome Symphony Orchestra, Rome Shakespeare Festival, the Clock Tower Jazz Ensemble, Northwest Georgia Winds, Berry College Arts and Humanities, Shorter University Arts and Humanities, Georgia Highlands College, Roman Festival Brass, the Rad Playhouse, the Three Rivers Singers, and I'm sure there's not one on here, but so anyways, giving this hand under her seal today, Sunday Stevenson, Mayor, City of Rome. Thank you all for what you do.
Okay, if anyone would like to speak, you can go to the mic, and each one of you can speak if you like. Give us your name and address and something to say. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much. My name is Luli Ebal, and I'm the Executive Director of the Rome Area Council for the Arts. And I just wanted to give a special thanks to Barb Benedato, who has decades and decades of service to the Rome Symphony Orchestra and to this city. The arts are alive and well in Rome, Georgia, and we need to keep supporting them as often as we can. Go see shows, go see plays, listen to music, buy some art, enjoy life in Rome, Georgia, because it is a truly special place that we live in. Thank you.
And now our last
Not so fast.
I'm going to call.
Not so fast, Sunday.
I wouldn't get to sleep tonight, would I?
Yeah. Seth Ingram with the Rome International Film Festival and Georgia Highlands College. I would just like to say thank you for all the support that you always give to the arts and the community. And arts, we're not just the arts. We are the driver of economic impact in this city. Arts always drives the economy, and we appreciate all your support and all that you do. And we're happy to have you represent us in such a way you do. So thank you very much.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Okay, we'll take it. Okay, quickly. Okay, now last proclamation. Okay, Commissioner Quick is already here. This is for Rome, Florida Retired Education Day, and please come on up.
As a father of a teacher, this is such an honor to present this proclamation. Whereas the governor of the state of Georgia has proclaimed this day, Sunday, November 6, 2012, as Retired Educators Day in Georgia. And whereas there are more than 141,000 retired educators in Georgia, 32,000 plus of whom are members of the Georgia Retired Educators Association. And whereas the retired educators of Georgia donate thousands of hours of volunteer service and make invaluable contributions to the welfare of their respective communities across the state. And whereas it is appropriate that a day be designated for citizens to express their appreciation for all of the contributions that retired educators have made and continue to make for the betterment of human lives and for society. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Rome City Commission and the Floyd County Board of Commissioners do hereby proclaim Sunday, November 6, 2022, as Retired Educators Day, and call upon the citizens of Rome and Floyd County to observe that day in appropriate manner, honoring retired educators. This is signed by our Mayor, Sunday Stevenson. We'll pass it to the Floyd County Commissioners to have their signature of Wright Bagby added to this proclamation. Congratulations. Thank you.
Well, as you can see, our group's smaller. First, I'd like to thank everyone here in the commission for supporting education in Rome City. Wonderful school systems. I am president of FRREA, which stands for Floyd Rome Retired Educators Association. We have about 250 local members. It's strictly a voluntary membership. COVID affected our membership very much. We are an older organization, and we lost 25 members in 1 year to COVID. And it's been difficult to regain that number, but we are regaining it. We are climbing every day. Right now, we have 1,620 people living in Rome and Floyd County that receive a TRS check, which is a teacher retirement system check. And that number is climbing. We think the main reason for that is that a lot of people are moving here from other states and towns because of our excellent retirement living areas that we have. And that's kind of important to retired people, is to have a good, safe place to live. I have 2 new neighbors. One on one side of me is from Minnesota. The other side's from Los Angeles, California. And I said, how did you end up in Rome, Georgia? And they both said, it's a hot spot. I said, a hot spot? Where? They said, when we put in what we're looking for in a community to live, Rome, Georgia comes up. And one of them next door to me, he said, this house in Los Angeles would bring $1.3 million. He paid $259,000 for it. So he was happy to be there. I thank all of you for everything you've done for us, and we thank you for making Rome and hopefully keeping Rome a hot spot.
Ms. Brown, would you give us your name, and everybody that know you, would you give us your name, please?
My name?
Yes, ma'am.
Diane Lanham.
Okay.
I went to school here, did everything here, but all my years of teaching were in Polk County,
Okay.
34
All right.
years.
Thank you. Thank you. If you all came tonight just for a proclamation and you must leave, we'll be happy to we're happy to have you here. We're going to give you a few seconds and you can leave now. Thank you so much for all that you do. All right.
Madam Mayor, does that include us?
No, sir. Afraid not. Okay. But we're working on getting out of here, though. We have no registered guests tonight. No, we have resolution, West 3rd Area Street closing. And I'm going to call on Commissioner Cochran.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. So tonight, coming from Public Works that met earlier today, the request of the committee, Public Works, is to close North 4th Avenue running west 2nd Street to West 3rd Street, and that portion of West 2nd Street running from North 4th Avenue to North 5th Avenue. This is the area that is currently being redeveloped by, what's the number? CRE Impact, is that correct? That's correct. And this does a couple of things. It allows them more maneuverability on the lot. They have also discussed and worked out details with all of the adjacent property owners. And it also, by closing these alleyways that empty out onto 5th, it also allows us in our master plan and redevelopment of the area to get more parking spaces. We don't have to keep those alleyways open, so we think that's important. So this comes as unanimous approval from the Public Works Committee, and I'd make that in the form of a motion.
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and I have a second. Have any discussion? Okay, no discussion? Support?
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Bojo,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Askew,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, motion carries. Okay.
All right, transit authorization resolution. Mr. Manager, if you wouldn't mind helping me out.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. What we have before you tonight is simply a simple resolution. We actually had one of these at our last meeting authorizing Artagas Newell as a author designated official for that bucket of money, which I believe was the 5303 tonight. It's a similar proposition for the 5307 bucket of money, and it simply would designate me as city manager as having authorization to file an application. As y'all know, we seek these monies for our transit department, and it's for both operating and for capital dollars, and it is 80-10-10, 80 share federal. And so we would appreciate this getting approved.
That, is that coming as in the form?
We'll need a motion.
You would need a
Yeah,
motion.
we'll need a
Yeah.
motion. Yes, sir.
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, motion is second. Any discussion? No discussion. Mr. Clerk, is yours. Call the roll.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Bojo,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Quick,
Yes.
Askew,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That motion carries. We have nothing on first reading tonight, nothing on second reading, nothing continued on first reading. We do have a public hearing tonight. Okay, I'm gonna call on, okay, Mr. Ortegas Newell. Oh, Mr. Rand, you want to start? Okay.
This is item Z2210-04, the request to rezone from duplex residential to community commercial for the property located at 406 Division Street and John Davenport Drive and Division Street properties, Floyd County tax parcels I-13K006, I-13K007, and I-13K008. This comes with the Planning Commission recommendation of approval unanimously, and Artagas, I will let you describe the additional information.
Yes, sir, and sorry, of course, I clicked something that I wasn't supposed to, so let me. Apologies for that. I clicked something that I was not supposed to. This is a good evening, everyone. This is an application to rezone from duplex residential to community commercial. As Commissioner Quick mentioned, the staff did recommend denial of this application. Up until the time of the Planning Commission, there was not information in regards to what the potential application was. The Planning Commission did recommend approval by unanimous vote of the application. The properties are 3 parcels along Division Street, John Davenport, which are currently vacant. The request, as we understood at the Planning Commission, would possibly be to have a washateria laundromat at the property. The property is bounded by office institutional zoning to the north and to the east. Community commercial to the west, and heavy industrial zoning to the south. And any site development will need to meet standards, including but not limited to parking, landscaping, building setbacks, etc., and might need some variances depending upon the footprint of the building. So here we are looking into the property and then looking along Division. And you can see some of the industrial properties that are across the street. So again, it's our understanding that the potential proposal could be a washateria laundromat on the property. The duplex residential zoning that's existing now, while it could be developed for that use, along Division Street being very busy and being bounded by the office institutional, heavy industrial, and community commercial zoning districts does kind of have it bounded. So the potential use of that, while there, may or may not come to fruition. The Planning Commission thought that because of that, the chances of residential development would be lower, with that being the case, and felt that a commercial, community commercial designation was appropriate for the area. So with that, I'll yield, and if there are any questions, I'll be glad to address those with the Commission.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Newell. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mayor.
Commissioner.
Are we going to do
Yep.
the public hearing?
We are public hearing. Okay. You finished. At this time, I'll declare the public hearing open. Is there anyone here to speak in favor of? Okay. Is there anyone here to speak in opposition of? Okay, you'll have 10 minutes to talk. You want you to go to your mic, give us your name and your address. You have up to 10 minutes total. Okay.
My name is Johnny Rhymes, and I own the property. That's my son to the left here who really been pushing me. This guy's an engineer, and he went back to law school and got his law degree and passed his bar the first time, so I kind of listened to somebody who talks like that. Basically, what I told the commission when I was here the last time is that I graduated from Georgia in 1974 and worked in corporate America for 43 years with the telephone company, and retired several years ago, and I found that that is not really what I want to do. And so after talking with my sons, and I've got another son also that was interested, I indicated to them that what we probably could do is think about putting a business on that property that we're here to talk about. And during the commission's meeting that I was here several weeks ago, I told them that we own property right across the street from the Housing Authority's development, which was located right near our house. And when that proposal was presented to the community members, we were one of them, that we did not say anything negative about it or didn't do anything to protest it. So that being said, I felt that our thoughts around developing that property would probably, hopefully not meet with any resistance from the community. And so far, we have not talked with anyone who feels that it should not be developed for a business. Now, I can understand that the kind of business that they would want there would have to conform with whatever the rules and regulations are around the church, because it's not very far from the church. So, that being said, you know, I would hope that the commission would see fit to allow us to, you know, to put some type of business there that, of course, would meet with the approval of the commission, and that that if we had anyone who did not feel that that was an appropriate thing to do on that corner, to let us know, because at the end of the day, we're going to put something there. You can believe that, because again, I got to have something to do. I found that retirement's good, but for me, a guy who's been working ever since he was 15 years old, I don't think that I'm going to be happy doing that. So I would have no problem whatsoever with personally operating or being totally involved in whatever business that we could put there. So that being said, I thank you for the opportunity again to come before the commission, even though this is you're different than the commission that came before earlier. And it is my understanding, I may be wrong, but the property across the street is already classified as commercial. So thank you for the opportunity to be here. I know I saw Collins when he came through the door, and I had a flashback. Collins and his brothers attended Grimm Street School, which was about 100 yards from our property in West Rome. And they would use the side road that comes next to our property at Central Avenue as a shortcut to get home. Well, I would have 5 stacks of rocks. I'd have Collins's stack. I'd have his brother's stack.
Get it right.
And I'd have, and when they came across that property, I wanted to make sure that they fully understood that those rocks didn't have any names on them, and that they needed to really be not walking but running when they came through. So, anyway, thank you for the opportunity. And by the way, that is a true story. And I told Robert, I said, we've had a rich experience out there. I was the very first person to step off the bus in front of West Rome High School in 1965 to integrate the school system in Rome. There were 5 other people with me. And I say this, and I will tell anybody this. The entire time that I went to school there, I played football. And the entire time that I went to West Rome High School, all of the students treated everyone with dignity and respect. I never heard anyone use a derogatory term to describe anyone, and that even till now, I still got some friends from back then, in fact, or from West Rome. In fact, I talked with one of my friends last week who had taken the train from Atlanta to Washington, D.C. into New York. And he and I had the same conversation that the entire time that we integrated that school system, or that, the color barrier was broken, however you want to term it, that everyone treated everyone with dignity and respect. And I think that Rome and all of the people who live in Rome should feel real proud about that, because, obviously that in other parts of the country and other parts of our state, everyone did not have this same experience. So at the end, and I also, the lady, when they were talking about the Rome Little Theater, I had a part, participated in a play at the Rome Little Theater, and it would have been I graduated from West Rome at 69, so it would have been in the 68 time frame, and in fact a musical down here. But bottom line is, I love Rome, and hopefully you will see fit to zone that property such that we can use it the way we would like to.
Madam Mayor, don't hold all that time against him.
Hold on just a minute, we're still in the public
He
hearing.
might have took up his whole 10 minutes, I don't know.
We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds. If someone else would like to go to the podium and speak. Anyone else that would like to speak? Okay, and if not, okay, we'll declare the public hearing closed, and I will entertain a motion.
Madam Mayor, I propose that we approve the rezoning from duplex residential to community commercial.
Do I have a motion? Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
I just have a couple of questions. Otagus.
Yes, sir.
Otagus, when the Ryans came to you, or came to the planning commission, I heard you say that the staff recommended denial.
Yes, sir.
Would you tell me what was you thinking with you heading up staff when you made that recommendation?
Yes, sir. So it's my understanding that there were some conversations in regards to potentially what would be on the property, and there was some ambiguity with that. And the staff was concerned because under community commercial, there are a lot of things that are allowed by right, everything from restaurants, stores, offices, and for the staff to be able to have a good grasp on the potential use that would go on there, and not just the zoning of the use, but also the site planning of that for parking spaces, for landscaping. We felt we didn't quite have enough information to offer a positive recommendation, even though with the properties being, the adjacent properties being zoned what they are, had some hesitation, not knowing exactly what the plan was. So fast forwarding to the Planning Commission, and Mr. Johnny, mentioned that their plan to do the washateria. So we then knew that information as the Planning Commission at that time. So having some information to see, for the potential use of the property, I think gave the staff a lot more comfort.
Did you further relay that to Mr. Rams as to what you just explained to me at that time?
I think we had a brief conversation maybe after the Planning Commission or during, we had a few, but so I'm not, I can't quite recall right
After
on.
the Planning Commission.
I think we may, but I can't remember because we had a few items on the agenda, so I can't remember. I think we maybe had a brief conversation, but not too terribly long after.
It's for that reason that I'm going to support this here recommendation by this commission, but I want to make it perfectly clear. And I'm saying this to you as director and hoping that my manager over there is tweaking. Commission, I am getting so real tired of our challenge areas, mainly speaking of our black communities, being bombarded with opportunities like what he's talking about, Sammy, and that is the zonings being zoned community commercial, when he could have easily expressed to him that a special use permit, if this is what you're coming in for, is a laundromat, then absolutely I can support that. But if, Mr. Rhymes, what I'm saying to your family is that say you go away or maybe sell that property, then there's all kind of opportunities. We get being bombarded by, in our community, these ding-ding stores. These, every liquor store that could possibly imagine it right at our beck and holler, really. And there's really no chance for real development to come. And again, if it wasn't for your stuff sitting there, and wasn't for the fact that this did not make the minutes in front of this gentleman here when he was sitting on the Planning Commission, which could have come back to this commission and been more informed. The things that I'm talking about now, we talked about them briefly at the first reading. And I was not appreciated then that the fact that it made it as far as it had by not getting a bona fide, drawn out plan that this is the laundromat, this is where it's going to set, etc. To my manager's defense, and what he said to me was, and you correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Manager said to me, even if that's not the case, and it is passed, then you still gonna have to come for that property with a drawn plan, setbacks, and the whole thing. And all I'm asking, Mr. Director, to you is, going forward, those same thoughts that you had and you expressed to me because I asked them to you, please lay them out during the planning stage so that when Mr. Commissioner bring them to us, that I would feel more better about sitting here and at least expressing from my seat that I support this, because going forward in the future, I can make it clearly understood that that would not be the case. It is the case tonight because of the fact I know Mr. Ryan, and we do have a history, and he's saying that he's going to come back here and do what he said he's going to do. And even though sometimes those plans get interrupted, it's still that what Mr. Manager's telling me can take place. Thank you.
Yes, sir. And I'll relay that to the staff, and I will say that, and I appreciate the comments. One of the things that we as a staff have to also balance is when citizens come in, with an idea, with a plan, there is a financial component for having that type of information on the onset. So, so we will work with the citizens to see if there's something that we can have or help them with a site plan that at least shows a footprint, some things along those lines that maybe won't be too expensive for someone to be able to produce, but then have information for the planning commission and both commissions, city and county, so that it can be a bit more visual. And I don't want to put words in your mouth, Commissioner, but I think that might be something that might be helpful, and we'll endeavor to do that. Yes, sir.
Okay, do you have any other discussion?
So I do have a question because I am a little confused. So there is a proposal to produce a laundry facility at that location.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Laundry or an equivalent other type of, I don't want to lock into just that laundromat, because we were told during that first hearing that property may not be large enough for a laundromat. So hearing that, what I wanted to do then was to get it reclassified such that if we don't do a laundromat there, that we would bring plans back to you for another one, another type of business. But for what Collins is saying, we don't want to put anything there that's going to disgrace the area or to cause issues for the church. And that's why I brought, one of the church representatives here also. But bottom line is, we'd like to put a business there that is appropriate for that area, and not just put something there that is going to disgrace the area, if that makes sense. I mean, we're from that community. I grew up there. And that's the last thing that I would want to do, is to put something there that's not going to be commiserate with the community itself, if that makes sense. So, yes, sir.
How big is the lot?
I don't know. There's three. See, there's three.
There's three lots there, correct?
Yeah, there's three.
Artegas, do you have that?
And
Yes, sir.
and I think maybe it's each one of them is 50 foot wide, so that'd be 150 foot wide by, I think, 150 foot deep. Wow. And we petitioned to the city to get that additional alley that runs behind it, to get half of it anyway. The church owns half of it, and we own, our property. We'd like to get that piece, so that would extend it an additional 6 foot. So, in other words, it would be 155 foot deep or 160 foot deep.
Yes, sir. It's approximately 3/4 of an acre, the three parcels altogether.
So although if we agree to have it zoned for community commercial, if by chance that the laundry facility that he proposed is not a good fit, then if he wanted to put something else there, he would have to come before the commission again?
No, ma'am. If the commission votes to approve the rezoning this evening to community commercial, the zoning would allow by right the items that are listed in the current land development code under community commercial, and that includes stores, offices, restaurants, general commercial
When you mention
items.
stores, are you talking like convenience stores?
Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
Let chime in again.
Hold on just a minute. Commissioner Beamer, are you finished?
So, I just want to make one more other comment. I'm looking at the proposal that's just been thrown out there, and the reason why I'm sticking to the laundry facilities, because I know you mentioned that that the housing communities was there also, but all those new developments there have all washer dry hookups, and even all the ones across the street have them also. And so I was just concerned that if that is not the proposal, and we're just rezoning it, and and you're saying you want to look out for the community, there's no site plan, there's nothing, we're just voting to rezone it because of the staff recommendations? I'm just curious to know what research was done to think that that was a great fit based on what he proposed and not what's
Well,
actual.
Well,
You
I'll,
see, across the street, it's already classified as commercial CC. Right across the street, and right across the other property near there.
And Madam Mayor, my biggest concern is that there's a church and there's a school. So if it's not a laundry facility and you put a store there, we're talking about a proposal of alcohol, ding-ding machine. I mean,
Well, it's too close to the church. You
Hold
can't
on.
put, you can't
Hold
sell
just a
alcohol.
minute, please. Hold on just a minute. The public
I'm
hearing.
sorry.
Okay, that's fine. Commissioners, if you're talking, you direct, you ask the question directly to whomever. You're fine. Okay, thank you. Okay, you're fine.
I said, Madam Mayor. I said,
Okay,
Madam
I know. No, I'm just giving directions. It's okay. Yes, you did. And I was just saying going forward. And you're right, but alcohol cannot, it has, you can't put alcohol but within so many feet of a church. So that's already established. You
Did you
can't,
say that's too close?
300 feet, you can't put, you can't sell alcohol within 300 feet of a church.
I knew that, so you're saying that's be too close anyway?
We would never want to put anything that sold alcohol there anyway. We wouldn't do that.
That's incorrect.
No.
Let's ask the clerk.
Mr. Clerk just told me 300. Am I
Well, he
correct,
can
Mr.
tell you
Clerk?
300 feet, but he got a 150-foot lot there. And depending on which way the crow flies, you can come to that front door, and you got more than adequate space for a liquor store. In which you voice and what you said, let me be clear to tell you, I can't support this. And the reason I can't support it is, no part of this application, Mr. Commissioner, is clear, that you guys heard at the planning commission. You bring it to us at first reading, right?
That is correct.
With a plan that has everything to do with a laundromat. And I did not hear is 3 parcels involved with the square footage that it is, which clearly we could have had this here discussion that we have it out here on this floor in caucus. Because Mr. Clerk can tell you, depending on where that store, Mr. Rives, is situated, say you sell this lot. Architects, would you please share with us what all can go in community commercial?
yes, sir.
And I don't think Mr. Clerk can dispute what I'm telling you. And I can't impose that on the community, I'm sorry. I wouldn't do it to you guys over there on the video, on Judge Davenport, and I wouldn't do it to the guys in North Rome, West Rome, South Rome, anywhere.
Madam Mayor, may I ask the city attorney a question?
Yes, you can.
Would it be possible to approve the zoning with condition that no coin-operated or lottery machines
You could do
are
that.
allowed on the property, and no alcohol sales either?
Huh?
Okay.
You say you can?
No, support that.
We did the same thing in North Rome.
Yes, we did, not 6
And
months
that's why
ago.
I'm telling them I can't go against something I've already ruled on. I don't see how any of the other commissioners would do the same thing.
How would you feel about approving it with those 2 conditions?
2 or 3.
This is what I really would like to do, because I don't want to force this family into having the opportunity to whatever they choose to be locked in. They could table this, get them time to put together whatever plan they bring to this, and come back with a special use permit. But if he put these here sanctions on you, what he's telling you is, you won't be able to sell any alcohol on whatever you put there. You won't be able to, if you go with that, tell them what else, Mr. Pro Tem.
No coin or no lottery machines.
If you
That's
good,
that's
if
the
you,
last thing, that's the last thing you are, man, to put any lottery machines or.
then we all good. Yeah, we all good.
Still rather be I'd still rather be proposed. I would still like to hear that. About it, I'm not.
Madam Mayor, if I may,
It's dead.
No, we can't right now, the public hearing is closed, that's okay, it's closed. And we, you know, you can answer questions from the commissioners, but you can't go back to the podium. That's the protocol. Okay, go ahead. Okay, take us, Mr. Director.
Yes, ma'am. What I wanted to mention, I know Commissioner Collins mentioned about a potential special use permit. The current zoning of the property is duplex residential. The items under special use permit under that current zoning would not allow for any commercial aspect whatsoever, so that would not.
Nothing.
So,
Pro Temp cleared that up.
Okay.
Make it waive.
all right. So I just wanted to make sure everyone's was aware.
Okay.
So, Mr. Manager brought back up that we have a motion on the floor. And
Would you like me to amend the motion to include those two areas?
Yes.
Well, so you're gonna place that same restriction on that property across the street that's already classified, Cecil?
That, we can't talk about.
Hold on just a minute. The public hearing is closed. Okay, the options. Okay, they're gonna amend the motion to put the what were your stipulations?
two stipulations. One, no sale of alcohol. Number two, no lottery machines.
Okay.
But right across the street, in the same area, those exclusions do not exist.
So you got a school right there, right across the, in the same area?
But that right there
Elementary
is
school?
a community commercial property.
Rebecca Blaylock.
Whoever was there first.
Rebecca Blaylock is right there.
Well, that lot is not the same,
Yeah. It's, yeah. It's-
Okay, let me go here. Commissioner Quick, are you amending your motion?
I'm going to leave the motion as it stands, but out of fairness to everything around it.
Okay.
Well, with that, you know, that it kills his situation if it voted down for a complete year. It does. Before it comes out.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor, and we've had a second, okay?
May I withdraw my second?
Okay. We have a withdrawn. Mr. Attorney, please help me out here.
You was doing it second, so you have to get your notice.
You have to vote. Okay, you have to go through with the vote, okay? Okay. Okay. Second on the floor, so we need to vote on the motion at hand. Am I correct? Okay.
Let me ask another question to the attorney. With the applicant, because I know I'm not clear, not even being clear on what it is that we possibly voted on.
What we're voting on is rezoning from duplex residential to community commercial for this property that's located there at 406 Division Street and John Davenport Drive and Division Street property. That's the motion, to rezone.
With that being said, I was about to ask, is it an opportunity, since he's not allowed to withdraw his second, is it an opportunity, once this vote is over, to do an amended motion?
I would imagine if that one doesn't pass.
That's what I'm asking.
Mr.
So you're
Attorney.
telling me, when we go through this, you're telling me that it's dead, it's over?
If someone on the commission, whatever this vote is, if this vote is not approved, would like to make another motion, somebody can do that.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, any other discussion at this time? Okay, none being heard. Mr. Clerk, if you would, call the roll, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Commissioner Cochran?
No.
Bojo?
No.
Beeman?
No.
Quick?
Yes.
Askew?
Yes.
Collins?
No.
Okay, motion failed.
failed.
Motion failed.
Madam Mayor, I would like to make a motion that we approve the application as submitted with the addition of adding a restriction of no alcohol sales on the property and no lottery machines on the property.
When you say lottery machines, are you talking about coin-operated machines, or are you talking about the Georgia lottery machines? Because I think that in your notion, so that's where my understanding was you're talking about coin-operated.
Well, I said coin-operated, but I intended to, I mean, is there like a branded, like Georgia lottery machine? That's what I think everybody's after, right? We, as a community, we more or less, I think, decided that we don't like those. And so just to make sure that we don't want,
You're talking about
The corner.
Colin,
Coin-operated amusement machines.
that. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Appreciate that. No, I appreciate that.
But
Yes.
lottery tickets, traditional lottery tickets are not restricted under your motion.
Correct.
No. Okay, I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, I have a motion and a second. Okay, any discussion on this motion? Anyone from my right? Anyone from my left? Okay, Mr. Clark, if you will, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Cochran,
Yes.
Bojo,
Yes.
Beeman,
Yes.
Quick,
No.
Askew,
Yes.
Collins.
Yes.
Okay, that motion carries. And, if you will help me out, what that means, that it has been, rezoned from duplex residential to community commercial, but stating that you can't put anything there that, that has coin-operated machines, lottery, those coin-operated machines. And-
Specify coin-operated machines, lottery,
The-
not
the-
coin-operated machines.
No,
lottery. Yeah.
no, yes, absolutely. And what was the other stipulation? And alcohol.
That's a different
Yes,
deal.
Yeah.
yes, sir.
And again, I would never put anything there from an alcohol perspective or a gambling perspective. I wouldn't disgrace the community with that. Even though, like we said earlier, the people across the street with that same classification could do something.
They could. I'm working on it.
Madam Mayor, could
That's
I get one point of clarification? Is this now a permanent restriction on that property beyond his ownership as well?
Correct.
Yes, yes, that's the way it's rezoned.
Unless it's rezoned again in the future.
Exact same thing with those guys.
So in other words, if they were to sell the property and
Those inclusions. would
Goes
stay
with the
same.
property.
but the new owner could come back and ask for a rezoning without those restrictions.
Correct.
Yeah, it could.
All right, that's over, okay, we'll move on. Thank you, okay. Mr. Clark?
No report, Madam Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Manager?
Got a brief announcement in light of the Veterans Day. Sorry?
They were talking, go ahead.
Sorry. So we've, in light of the, we're going to have some extra time before the next commission meeting, and we will officially close the city administrative offices in observance of Veterans Day on Friday, November the 11th. And for garbage service that week, we will have a change. The Thursday and Friday routes will both be collected on Thursday, November 10th, and there will be no yard cart service. And then the Walker Mountain landfill will be closed all day on Friday, November the 11th. And that concludes my report, Madam Mayor.
Thank you all.
Before Mr. Rhymes leave, since he talked about throwing those rocks at me.
He's got 5 more.
That's what I just
Probably so. But I would say to Rhymes and to the Rhymes family that he not only, that family didn't only integrate West Rome High School, but your dad and his dad and those young ladies' mom was a safe haven for us to go into the store there at the park grounds and yeah, and we got snacks and food a lot of days when we was hungry, and we was greatly appreciative of that. I don't know if I got a chance to tell Mr. Ryan, but I know I had several conversations with Miss Ryan. But thank you guys and your family. Absolutely.
Y'all have have a great rest of the day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Babylon.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Mr. Attorney? Okay, thank you. Under my time, there will be a call joint service committee meeting on Tuesday, November the 1st, 8:30 a.m. in the Sam King Room. And the Rome Florida Development Authority meeting has been rescheduled to Tuesday, October 25th at 10 o'clock a.m. at the Maintenance Business Center. Okay, Commissioner Cochran.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Public Works, Traffic, and Transit Committee will meet Wednesday, November the 9th at 10 a.m. in the Sam King Room. That concludes my report.
Thank you, sir. Commissioner Bojo.
Yes, ma'am, thank you. Our redevelopment meeting for Wednesday, October 26th has been canceled. We are still waiting on the county to meet with us about our proposed TAD projects. And water and sewer for Thursday, November 3rd has also been postponed. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Beaman.
Under my report, I would like to give recognition to Hannah Bagley. The Rome Floyd Keep, am I saying it right? Keep America Beautiful up under Rome Floyd County. Hannah Bagley has been chosen as an affiliate up under Keep America Beautiful for the month of November. And out of 700 KAB affiliates across the country, she has Rome City has a video under the youtube.com, and we are so proud of her, and Keep Rome Floyd Beautiful has been recognized up under the national Keep Rome Floyd Beautiful, so that is an honor. That concludes my report.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations to Hannah. Okay, Commissioner Doss is out, but the Tourism Committee will meet Wednesday, October 26th at 11:45 a.m. at the Rome Area History Center. Commissioner Quick.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Just a couple of meeting announcements. The Development Oversight Committee will meet Tuesday, November 1st at 10 a.m. in the Sam King Room. The Downtown Development Authority will meet Thursday, November 10th, 8:30 in the Carnegie Training Room. And the Rome Floyd County Planning Commission will meet on Thursday, November 3rd, 2:30 p.m. in the Sam King Room. And that concludes my report.
Okay, thank you, sir. Commissioner Askew.
The Fire Overview Committee will meet Tuesday, November the 8th at 10:30 a.m. in the Sam King Room, and that is all I have.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Collins.
Just to make mention, the general administration has been canceled for the month of October 25th, but we will meet with the, on November the 17th, for a brief meeting with the pension. That's all I have.
Okay, thank you, sir. And then Commissioner McDaniel is out. I'd like to announce that we did go into private time tonight to discuss a real estate matter. To go in private time, Commissioner Quick made the motion, and it was seconded by Commissioner Bojo. And to come out of private time, the motion was made by Commissioner Bojo, and it was seconded by Commissioner Quick. That is all we have tonight, and I'd like to say that our meeting is adjourned. Have a good evening.